Today, we will be celebrating a man. We will be celebrating a great patriot, one who has always stood beside Nnamdi Kanu in all his court cases and travels and persecutions, an ever-present figure in the struggle, a brave man, that despite his position in the Nigerian government, he still takes all the risks to make sure that he provides emotional support, political support for Nnamdi Kanu. This man has said many times on record that if supporting Nnamdi Kanu or fighting for Ndi Igbo will cost him his position in the Nigerian government, then so be it. That statement, unfortunately, cannot be made of many Nigerian politicians of Igbo descent, many of whom you know are ready to sell their people for a few $1,000s and are very greedy, chasing money in the Nigerian state, abandoning their people and letting them to rot in injustice. They do not just care. They love money more than they love their people, and they are ready to sell their brother for it. And one thing I know for sure is they will never come out to speak for Nnamdi Kanu because of the Igbophobia that they themselves are suffering and living with. So ladies and gentlemen, today we are celebrating no other person but Honorable Obi Agwocha, Honorable Member representing Ikuano, Umuahia North, Umuahia South, Federal Constituency in the House of Assembly, which is also the House of Representatives representing Abia State. Honorable Obi Agwocha, a 5-second salute for you, sir. Shall we all salute? May God bless you as your efforts are not going unnoticed, because every nook and turn, you are everywhere with Nnamdi Kanu. You have been with him from the beginning, and you have staked your life, you have staked your career on the altar of truth, on the altar of the gods of Igbo land, and on the altar of justice, fighting for your people. And as you know, the gods of Igbo land will surely protect you and keep you going in everything you do, because you are one of those few men who are left in Igbo land who still have honor and have not sold themselves despite working in the Nigerian state. And we are aware of the risks you are also taking, presenting the cause of Ndi Igbo in the House of Assembly, speaking boldly, loudly about Nnamdi Kanu everywhere you find yourself, and also challenging your colleagues and also those in the executive on the need to release Nnamdi Kanu and the need to also treat Ndi Igbos well in the Nigerian state. And of course, you have also stood for justice anywhere you find it around your constituency and of course in the Nigerian state. But ultimately, in all you have done for Nnamdi Kanu is willing to give up your position if ever you are in a position to be threatened in losing what you have in the House of Assembly, or turning a blind eye to supporting Nnamdi Kanu or injustice in Ndi Igbo. You said that you are ready to leave everything behind any day you are asked to choose between your own people and representing in the House of Assembly. You said you will sacrifice that position and stand with your people. Honorable Obi Agwocha, this is coming from Spotters Family Worldwide. We say you are a man of integrity. You are one leader in many. God bless you and lift you up. You will not lose your position, because even the Bible says that he who wants to live should be ready to die. And you have shown that there is value still left in Igbo land. Honorable Obi Agwocha, you are a man indeed. All respect to you. I want all of you now, right now, to start typing wonderful, good episode in the comment section for this great man. I want it to be as long as possible. I want it to be as good and respectable as possible. Type it in the comment section. Type your gratitude. Type your accolades. Type your support for him in the comment section, because this man is actually one of few in Igbo land who is actually doing the right thing. I tell you, if we had more of Obi Agwocha in Igbo land, we would have gotten Biafra a long time ago. But unfortunately, you, as I know, are aware of what all the leaders of Igbo are doing with the position that they get from Nigeria. If you're still watching me till here, you are a super listener. I thank you and I respect you so much. Hold on. I want to read you something on Honorable Obi Agwocha to keep you going, and you will be shocked what I'm about to read for you. Just hold your popcorn. Whatever you're doing, it's time to stop and focus on the video, or go and finish it up, then come back, because you don't want to skip a bit. Let's go. Obi Agwocha is the current member of the House of Assembly representing Ikuano Umuahia Federal Constituency in Abia State, the very soil where Nnamdi Kanu was born. Since assuming office, Agwocha has refused to remain silent on the issues of Nnamdi Kanu's prolonged incarceration in a National Assembly that has largely stayed aloof or even complicit in ignoring the plight of Kanu and millions of aggrieved Southeasterners in Nigeria. Agwocha stands out as a rare voice of truth, justice, and historical awareness. Agwocha's sacrifice is not just political, it is personal. He represents a region that feels abandoned, misunderstood, and criminalized. Despite the risks of political backlash and being labeled a pro-Biafra in a country that has historically persecuted such views, he has boldly carried his burden on the floor of the Nigerian parliament. Each time he speaks, it is not just for Nnamdi Kanu, but for every grieving mother in the East, every youth gone down or disappeared, and every family whose son was branded a terrorist for seeking justice. In December 2023, Obi Agwocha wrote a formal letter to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu urging him to obey court rulings, particularly the October 13th, 2022 judgment of the Court of Appeal, which discharged and acquitted Nnamdi Kanu on terrorism charges. He cited the principle of rule of law, Nigeria's international image, and the possibility of healing nationwide wounds. In the letter, he emphasized, in quote, "The continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu is not only a legal aberration, but a moral failing in our pursuit of a just, equitable nation." This was not a popular move. The presidency had refused to heed court rulings. Most lawmakers chose silence, but Agwocha, aware of the backlash and danger of political isolation, chose conscience over convenience. He risked alienation within Nigeria's tightly controlled political space. He risks also being monitored, flagged, or harassed by state security agents who treat any open defense of Biafra as an act of sedition. He risked losing favor in Abuja circles, where political appointments and influence and funding are often tied to towing the federal line. More than just an advocate for Nnamdi Kanu's release, Agwocha is changing the narrative. He presents the Biafran struggle not as treason, but as a legitimate expression of self-determination, protected under international law and African charters. He also educates his fellow lawmakers on the difference between secessionist agitation and terrorism. He reframes Kanu not as a threat, but as an opportunity for national dialogue, reconciliation, and constitutional reform. In various sessions of the House, he has passionately argued for compliance with Nigeria and international court rulings, a political solution to the Southeast crisis, and an end to a military occupation and arbitrary arrests in Igbo land. Also, recognition that injustice fuels unrest, not agitation. He said, and I quote, "We cannot call for peace when justice is denied. We cannot build unity when a whole people feel unheard, unrepresented, and unjustly punished." Agwocha has also engaged with diaspora groups, pushing the conversation beyond Nigeria's shores to bring international awareness to Kanu's case and the plight of Igbo youths. In the annals of modern Biafran advocacy, Obi Agwocha's name is being etched beside those who refused to be complicit. He is a new kind of freedom fighter, not one with guns or slogans, but with words, law, truth, and moral courage. He has reminded the nation that reconciliation starts with listening, and justice is not a threat to unity, it is its only foundation. When others turned their backs or whispered behind closed doors, Obi Agwocha walked into the lion's den, the DSS headquarters in Abuja. In 2023 and 2024, Honorable Agwocha personally visited Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS detention, despite the psychological weight and security protocols that often discourage even family members from visiting. He went there. During one of his visits, eyewitnesses reports from family and legal teams revealed that Kanu broke down in tears, not from pain, but from the rare comfort of knowing that someone from his homeland, a member representing his constituency, had not abandoned him. Agwocha sat with him and listened to his side of the story and brought words of hopes back to Nnamdi Kanu's family and supporters. This was more than a visit, it was an emotional bridge between a prisoner and his people. These visits were not political stunts, but acts of solidarity, of human dignity, a reminder that even when the state reduces you to a number, your humanity remains. On multiple occasions, Obi Agwocha was physically present in court during Nnamdi Kanu's appearances, particularly at the Federal High Court, Abuja. He was always there. He sat in the gallery as a symbol of Igbo leadership presence, not just as a lawmaker, but as a brother in the struggle. His presence sent a loud signal to the court and the world. The East is watching, and we have not forgotten our son. During one court appearance, when the judge postponed proceedings again, observers reported that Agwocha shook his head in disbelief, and he whispered, "This is not justice. This is delay by design." These courtroom appearances were high risks also. Attendance at Nnamdi Kanu's hearings is often monitored by intelligence officers and can lead to inclusion on security watch lists. Yet, Agwocha showed up anyway, knowing fully well that he was placing a political target on his back. For Agwocha, the case of Nnamdi Kanu is not abstract. It is rooted in pain, the pain of a region branded as rebellious, the pain of a people whose cries are often met with bullets, and the pain of a family whose son was taken across borders and caged without fair trial. In several press briefings, Agwocha has broken from prepared statements to speaking from his heart. He said, and I quote, "This is not about Biafra. This is about dignity. This is about the rule of law. You cannot talk about one Nigeria while one man rots in detention against the orders of your own courts." He is also gone to the media Obi Agwocha has also gone to the media to challenge the labeling of Kanu as a terrorist, stating unequivocally that self-determination is not a crime. Justice is not a threat to unity, it is only its foundation. Obi Agwocha's contributions, sacrifices, and risks on behalf of Nnamdi Kanu and the Biafran struggle is not just acts of bravery, they are acts of love, love for justice, love for truth, love for a people long misunderstood. God bless you. I really appreciate all your struggle, all the risk you have taken in your political career. That shows that you really know who you are representing, and you are representing the people of Abia State, and you are of course exhibiting their emotions anywhere you go. And I tell you, you will not lose your seat, because everything possible will be done to make sure that you also win your re-election, because you are of course a man who is representing the people that sent you. And I don't think you have any enemy as I stand today, because you are safe, because you are doing the right thing. You need not to be afraid of losing your seat, sir. I watch Nnamdi Kanu's case and I see that you are among the first people that always welcome him, that always hug him and make him feel happy. The last court case, I like the way you were taunting him with wonderful words, calling him strong man, and everything. He was happy. Whenever he sees you, he's always happy. And I'm always smiling watching the videos. I look out to seeing you every time in the court. I look out to see you taking your time meticulously to provide that support. Let him know that you are ready to go down with him, and you're ready to also stand with him, even if it's going to cost you your position. Thank you very much, Honorable Obi Agwocha. To all my supporters family around the world, I want you to really type a wonderful message of appreciation, a wonderful message of thanks, a wonderful message of encouragement to Honorable Obi Agwocha, member representing Ikwano, Umuahia North and South Federal Constituency in the House of Assembly, a House of Assembly member or Abia State. Type a wonderful message, make it as long as possible, as wonderful as possible, because I will tell you, this man is really the epic, this man is really the prime politician that knows his role, despite the fact he's in Nigerian government. He knows his role, and this is exactly what I always talk about with politicians in Igbo land. They sell off their people for the federal government because they feel that they don't need their people, and they go and pitch tents to federal government because they do not believe that the people are worth anything. But this man is different. As you can see, he is also playing the role for his people while also representing the federal government in the House of Assembly. Did he die? Did he die? Nothing happened to him. So what stops you guys from doing the same? Just like those in the North and the Southwest do. They don't abandon their people for anything. Even those terrorists in the Boko Haram, they still represent them and speak for them and even beg for forgiveness for them. But here in the Southeast, we behave anyhow. Look at your brother, Obi Agwocha, showing all of you Igbo politicians how to behave. I hope you learn a lot from Honorable Obi Agwocha, who is the man of the day. The man of the day, Obi Agwocha. Thank you very much. God bless you. I appreciate you. Supporters family, we are a family of truth. We are a family of purpose. We are a family of faith. And as you know, with faith, we can move all mountains. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you turn on notifications. Click on that bell that says all to get notified whenever we release a video. I have been your host, Chi Ne Du. Thank you for watching my video. So I'll see you next one. Peace.